We've been getting a lot of questions about potholes from the media and from our residents. That's why we invited reporters out to explain how we feel potholes and what it takes to get those holes fixed. If you look at last year, in the first 6 months of 2018, last winter at this time, we had 256 potholes that were reported to our 311 center. This year, 1,400, and that's just the ones that have been reported. So that is 5 times as many potholes reported this year for the first 6 weeks of the year.
Are city crews overwhelmed by the numbers?
Well, I'll tell you what, it is a challenge. And I want to point out that we have, on a good day like today, this is a week where we can really get caught up because the weather is cooperating, right? We have 8 to 10 crews out around the city right now. We've assembled a few here to be able to show you how we actually do this. But all over the city right now, we have multiple crews working. So we're trying to get caught up. And of that 1,400, 802 have been repaired already. That still leaves 600 to go. And I also want to point out, like on this block alone, you might know that we got 1 or 2 calls to 311, right? But just look at the street. That counts as 50 or 60 potholes just in this one block alone, where they're all lined up down the center line there. So there are more potholes than are actually reported. We know that, but we want people to call 311 because that's how we know where the potholes are, so we can get out there and we can fix them.
Is there any thought of devoting more resources to the problem?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one staff study showed that if we had $45 million a year to go to road repairs, that would be where we'd need to be as a city. Right now, the budget has about $10 million. The budget request that's going to be revealed tomorrow would take that up to $16 million. I have a job for y'all. We have 30 openings in Public Works right now for maintenance workers and equipment operators, and we'd love to put you to work fixing potholes. It's a good job, good benefits, decent pay. The city also has a pension plan still. A lot of folks don't know that, but we're a good place to work and we'd love to hire you. And that's 30 jobs just in Public Works. There are similar openings in aviation and in parks and in neighborhood services as well.
So that's part of the problem, is a shortage of manpower.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we could put more people to work, and we're ready to do that. But it is what it is. I mean, you look around at the economy right now, we have a booming economy. That's good for Kansas City, but it also means there's a lot of competition for jobs. We now have something called Thump Pads. Interesting name. What does it do? This is something so that when our supervisors and inspectors are driving around the city a lot and they see a huge crater of a pothole, they can grab a thump pad out of their truck, throw it in the hole, creates a much better ride for you as a driver, so you're not falling in that hole, and then they can call in the repair and get a crew out there more quickly. So we've got some of those here we can show you today.
The procedure when we're doing a pothole, we come to the pothole, we make sure no debris, no ice or water is in it. Then we use, after we clean it out, then we use a adhesive called tack, and tack bind the new asphalt to the street and to the old asphalt. So we tack them up real good. Then we either put hot mix or cold mix. We've been using cold mix because it's better, got more emulsion in it, more oils in it for the winter time because it's wet. So, and then that worked better. Then we put it in, we spread it out, then we vibrate it to compact it in so it can stay more. So that's the procedure, and we just do it and make sure everything right. Because I drive these streets and I don't want my tires busted, so I make sure that they are right.
These guys are working every single day, and they don't do just potholes. These are guys who go out and they are plowing the streets, they're helping with the branch pickup, so it's been a tough winter for them as well. I mean, they have been essentially going back and forth between plowing streets and patching potholes, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of 12-hour shifts, a lot of weekend work. They worked even on the Super Bowl. That day we were nice to them and cut the shift back from 12 hours to 8 hours. So again, it's a tough job. We appreciate the work they're doing out here, and I think a big tip of the hat to these guys who are out here every single day trying to do this.